Hello Scorpio, this is going to be your Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising reading for June 2024. I have my things written down here because there's something I have to explain to you. This is a general reading, so the messages will not resonate with everyone. Please check back to your Moon and Rising sign. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can now find my reading packages in the About Box section of my channel. And I just discovered that the About Box section has been moved. So if you're on desktop and the same on handheld, you go to where you see my custom link at the cards, Hidden Lotus Tarot. Underneath there, you're going to see my name and you will see an arrow to the right of my name. Click on that and that will reveal the About Box section of my channel. There I have listed the packages to include the number of questions, the number of minutes, and the delivery method. All you have to do is simply email me at this address you see there and say, for instance, Tara, I would like a 30-minute reading. I will respond back to your email with a payment link and booking instructions. My turnaround time is 48 to 72 hours after I receive the payment and the answer to your questions, the information to the responses to the booking form. Because I don't believe in making people wait for a reading. I think sometimes you try to book with a reader and you have to wait months. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. By the time you get your appointment with them, your situation can be resolved and you had no insight. So I like to produce my readings fairly quickly, within 48 to 72 hours, and that's it. I have already done some meditation and shuffling on your sign and glyph. So let me turn the camera. Wait a minute. I have to tell you I'm using the Radiant White deck. Levita Sibila for clarification should I need. And we will wrap the reading up with a Psychic Oracle Tarot. So now let me turn the camera around. I'm going to shuffle and a little more. That card wants to come out. In fact, it did. That's the Emperor. He's the archetypal father of the tarot. It represents Aries. I'll tell you more as I get the rest of the cards down. Let's get the deck. 9 cards down. Here we go. The Ace of Cups. The Moon. Next row, the Page of the Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups. The Seven of Cups. The Ten of Swords. The Six of Pentacles. And finally, the Justice card. Now, what is the overall energy of the spread? The King of Wands. Let me look and see what I have. I have 3 major arcana cards, which are your spiritual lessons. 2 core cards, the Knight and the Queen. 1, 2, 3 cups, 2 pentacles, and 1 sword. So, the Queen of Cups is a water sign, so this could be Scorpio, but she could be any sign. Okay? A water sign. Pisces or Cancer. But, to me, the cups simply represent the emotional quotient, how you're feeling about something. The pentacles represent either finances or the doing of something on a 3rd dimensional level. The swords represent thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, ideas, and communication. The cards are read past, present, future. Past, present, future. To me, this Emperor represents a male in your life. He could be, Mars is also a ruler of Scorpio, the modern day ruler of Scorpio. He rules also Aries. So to me, this figure represents a man in your life. As a profession, he is usually going to be like a philanthropist. He's going to be like a coach. He's going to be somebody who actually has a lot of... He's very strong in business. And emperors are more than kings in my book. It's a 4, so it represents a stable foundation. But yet, when this emperor, he could have some characteristics of being in the military or having militaristic tactics or strategies. He's usually somebody that gives good advice, a mentor perhaps to someone. But the thing about the emperor is, if he's in his negative aspect, he can be his way or the highway. That's not the energy that I'm getting from him, but that's a stance that he takes in life. Truly, he's a king, but he's behaving like an emperor. The Ace of Cups stands for the energy is becoming open to experiencing new feelings or new emotions. This is the psychological function of cups. It's feelings. But also, the card can represent like a purge of emotions. So this could be a catharsis. This looks to me like sometimes tears. But it's being offered on some level to someone in this situation as an opportunity to get fresh new emotions. I think we had a full moon last night. Let me look and see. Yes, we had a full moon in Sagittarius. I saw it when I was outside. So last night. So the moon represents the idea of intuition. So again, feeling, deep intuition, fears, psychological fears that come up from a surface. It can also represent hallucinations, delusions, illusions, madness. But it says that no matter what happens, you're going to have to travel that path alone. There we see the dog and the wolf, which represents the domestic side and the wild side of ourselves. And we see the crustacean. Those are the emotions coming up from the surface. You have two towers, and you have to walk that path alone. The Knight of Pentacles is a message, either one with financial news or doing something that you normally, maybe that you do differently. I didn't say that right, but it represents the doing of something. The story goes about the Knight of Pentacles. He is very slow and he takes his time in arriving. So whatever the message is, it's been a long time coming. But because he has appeared in the spread, they say that you should welcome him, because that means that things are moving, will be moving, and soon will be moving along soon. If you look at the horse, he's standing still, and he's a big lumbering horse, so that means he doesn't travel fast. So whatever the news is, if it hasn't arrived by the time you see this reading, it will be arriving soon, and that's relative soon. The Queen of Cups, I just explained, she's a water sign, but basically it represents a caring, empathetic kind of person. Sometimes psychic can pick up on impressions. And she's a soft kind of character, at least on the inside. Followed behind by the Seven of Cups. It's a 7. And 7 represents moments of questioning yourself. You have many choices to choose from, and you don't know what to choose. Here you have self-actualization, temptation, property, wealth, peace, and power. And sometimes the person, like, this is a nightmare because it's so many things going on, he doesn't know what to choose. Sometimes it can represent building castles in the air, or fantasizing, hallucinations. The same thing as this card. But the difference is, in this card here, it counsels if you can narrow down the most important thing to you. That's a thing hidden under the shroud. You will find maybe that some of the other things are not so important, and you can delete them. So this is about a clear focus, having a clear focus, and not being emotionally confused. It also says you can expect a surprise. The 10 of Swords can be, it's a 10, meaning that it's a changing energy. The next time it's going to become maybe an ace or a 2. And the card says that this is, in a sense, it's overkill. You only need one sword to hurt somebody, to kill somebody, but this is 10 swords. Sometimes it talks about having pain in the neck, middle back, lower back, and hip area. Sometimes it says that you will travel over water, by water, around water, near water. But most times it's like an ambush situation. Somebody sprung something on you. And it hurt. In fact, they killed you. So it says that the crisis point has been reached. Things have gotten as bad as they can get, and soon it will be changing. Here is the Six of Cups, which to me is a 6. It represents harmony, love, and balance. But the Six of Cups speaks about charity, giving, philanthropy, sharing, having enough to share. Maybe your family members, you're trying to help them monetarily. But when it comes to doing things, third dimension, I always caution people to look at the card. Because in the illustration, one person is getting everything and another person is not receiving anything. So to me, that always implies to watch how you're giving to other people. Sometimes I've seen the card show up as a player card, meaning a man that has maybe one other woman, and she is receiving all his time and you are not receiving any. And I'll always say, if a person will not share their money with you, they're not sharing their time or their emotions. Why? Because money, love and money equate to the same thing. It's value. If you're not being valued, what are you doing in the relationship? Finally, I come to the Justice card. It is a card of karma, which says, even though you may feel you got the short end of the stick, the situation is just. But also says, do not allow someone to sway you from your path. You know, if the situation is over, then you can move along to other things. I think around this time of the full moon, maybe to the next full moon in June, you are going to hear something very positive that you can put it to rest, even if you feel like you didn't get everything that you asked for. Okay? I think that the energy of the Emperor himself is too confused. Like you, the cards are attached. That he himself is confused. He doesn't know what to choose for himself. Or maybe he has many things that he's got to decide on. But ultimately, I think he gives up. He gives you what you're asking for, which may be all that you're asking for or not. But either way, you can close out that chapter. In the future, I think you're going to be confused about why did it all happen the way that it did. But it's going to be over. That's final. And maybe you have extended generosity and kindness to him, but he's not willing to accept. He's the one that wants to be handing out generosity and kindness. So I can't look at these two cards. And the King of Wands represents a fire sign, so he can be Leo, a Sagittarius, a Aries. In some ways, this is talking to me about the full moon, Sagittarian moon, the fire moon. But as a profession, he's basically an entrepreneur. He has many irons in the fire. He delegates all his tasks to other people. Okay? So I can't look at these two cards. So I'm going to look at the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Coins as they relate to the Emperor, the Moon, and Justice, to see if it gives me any more messages. The Ace of Cups. It doesn't tell me anything. But it says this. It tells of an offer or gift that may be forthcoming in the near future. It tells also of making a new start with something of an important personal nature. Seven of Cups. Tells of an important decision to make, one that sees you on the brink of a new life cycle. There may be choice here, so consider all options carefully. Use common sense, logic, and a dash of intuition when deciding. It asks you to narrow down your choices as you have too many options to choose from, which may lead to confusion. Push aside those that do not suit your goal, and you are asked not to be disheartened by delays in activity. It would be wise to use the time to reflect on positive aspects that already exist in your life. It indicates a time of illusion and difficulties in making decisions. Ask that you wake yourself up to yourself and know that all things are possible. But it doesn't tell me anything next to these cards. The Ten of Swords. Next to the Emperor. I said that. You're going to be wondering, is implying that it's difficult to understand and comprehend how things turned out as they have, or happened the way that they did. I said that. That's a Ten of Swords with the Emperor. Now we look at the Six of Pentacles. It doesn't tell me anything. Except a generous offer or opportunity arises for you to consider. You need to look into all avenues that intrigue you. Let me go to the Sibyllus. I'm going to lay cards on this Knight of Pentacles because that's the only movement that I see in the spread, except for this interpretation of travel over water, by water, around water, near water. I'm going to look at the Emperor. Something just told me to look at him. So, Lamante, male, lover. This person can be a friend, a brother, a colleague, but it implies that he is waiting. You see him there with his guitar by the open window. Nobody is there. So it implies waiting. L'amica, friend, female. Same thing. She could be a sister, a friend, a colleague. This implies that it's somebody that you know, and maybe she can put you in touch with somebody who can help you, or he's waiting for you. Allegrezza al cuore. This means the happiness of the heart. And Sibillas are very specific about the types of happiness, because you have happiness of the heart and you have happiness with friends and family. I think this is a situation where someone will split up. Let's look at this card. It says to me, when you first met him, this is the way he was. But in reality, he's just like this. Dispiacere. What it says, see the letter on the table? Right there? It implies that you are going to receive news that will hurt you to the quick. It doesn't tell me what the news is about. It says it will cut you to the quick though. A surprise. You weren't expecting it. Doctore. Again, this is King of Wands, but his description is he is somebody with a degree. Any kind of degree, it doesn't matter what. And his role basically is to help. So he can be a surgeon, a regular general practitioner, or he can have a degree as an accountant. Sometimes it represents trying to fix the man that you're in love with. Letterato. This is, I think, this is a card of waiting. See how he's sitting in a library, waiting, looking towards the door. So to me, this means that he is waiting to hear back from you on what it says in this letter. I'm going to pull a Psychic Oracle Tarot card. Look, it was an opportunity perhaps to mend fences, but I think something went awry. And I don't think you can change his mind, but I don't think that you should change your mind either and accept whatever justice serves. Just accept it. Six of Wands. Victory and success. I'm serious. Even if you feel that you got the short end of the stick, you can put it, for all intents and purposes, you can put the situation to the side. Good news is on the way. I said that. This The qualities of this positive card are completion, victory, and success, often followed by a difficult period. Many people around you are very proud to see how triumphantly you came through it. They respect you and may even attempt to follow your example. You've worked hard and devoted much effort to get to this point in your life, where you have become wiser and have grown in so many ways. Always remember to stop and pat yourself on the back, because you deserve it. This card also reminds you to stay grounded. Remember where you came from and keep your ego in check. Don't lose who you really are. The victory can be used as a teaching tool for the future. Realize that if you came through this trying time, you can achieve anything. And so that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Good luck.